Hey boys and girls, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over the activities that I'm going to need you to work on while I'm out these 2 days. So the first thing I want you to do is refer to this piece of paper that's supposed to be already glued into your interactive notebook. If you haven't already glued it in, pause the video and take a couple of minutes to get that glued in. If for some reason you misplaced it before you had a chance to glue it in, pause the video and go up to the front where there are extra half sheets underneath the whiteboard and get that glued in, and then you start up the video again. Okay, so let's take these one by one quickly, however, because I'm tired and it's actually 9:15, so I want to do this as quickly as possible. So the first thing you need to do is glue this in your journal. You already did that, so good for you. The second thing is glue the vocabulary list in your journal. It says pages 38 and 39. That's because that's what the numbers it says at the bottom of the pages that the substitute is going to be handing to you. So there's a long vocabulary list, but you only need, well, you have to glue both papers into your interactive notebook. Glue them in on 2 separate pages. Don't worry about trimming them down and making them all perfect. You know who I'm talking to. Just separate them. Don't glue them in on the same side. Glue them in. Really? Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's try that again. So you need to glue the vocab lists in your interactive notebook, regardless of what you've got on that quiz. Everybody has to glue those vocab lists in. There's 2 of them. This one here, number 3. Remember, number 3 is only if your name is on that board in the front of the room. And there's a lot of names on that board. And all that means is you got an 80 or below on the quiz. Okay, doesn't mean you failed it. It just means you got an 80 or below on the quiz. All right, because I don't want you to feel like I called you out on the on that board. That wasn't my intention. It's just if you got an 80 or below, and that just tells me that you need some more work on the vocab. So again, this one is only for those whose name is on the board. You only have to do the organelles that we've been studying. And that list is on the last half sheet of paper that I had you glue into your interactive notebook. So remember, you're only doing those, and I believe there was 10. So you're only doing those 10 on the vocab sheets. Okay, so those of you who need to do those sheets, you'll be given a piece of paper that has room for 6 different vocabulary words on each sheet. So you'll need 2 sheets. And there's a place, it's like the name of the organelle and the definition and a picture or something like that. So those sheets the sub will give to you as well. So number 4 is cut the plant and animal cells diagram out and glue it into your journal. Again, it says page 40 because that's what it says at the bottom of the copy. And that's that plant and animal cell diagram that's at the front of the packet or the 2-page document that I handed out today in class, Wednesday, and it's just at the top there. So then you're going to answer or label 1 through 13 in your journal just below where you put the diagram ideally. So here's that piece of paper, your journal, okay? And ideally your paper would go here, and then you would answer the 1 through 13 right underneath it. All right, I explained number 6 in class, but just as a quick reminder, read the instructions for the 3D plant and animal cells on that paper that I handed out on Wednesday. Everything you need is described in detail in that paragraph. But what's very important is right here. You need to submit photos of your project to Schoology in the 3D plant and animal cell assignment folder, or the assignment, that submission page, no later than Sunday evening at 7 p.m. I won't take it at 7:01. 7 p.m. Those pictures need to be there. If you turn those in and you follow all the directions, you will be able to replace a low level 1 grade with a 100. And some of you really need that. Then the rest of that 2-page document that I handed out again today, there's a Venn diagram there. You're going to create it in your journal. Don't try to write in the tiny little Venn diagram that's on that paper, okay? You're going to create it in your journal, so that's number 7. Number 8, complete the types of cells in your journal, okay? So that's the prokaryote and eukaryote at the bottom of that paper. You need to copy that table in your journal and answer the questions. These next ones are video-based. So you're going to watch the TED-Ed Cell Theory in Schoology and then answer the think questions in your journal. So be sure that you label the page TED-Ed Cell Theory think questions and then the date that you answer them. Okay, don't forget date and title. Then you have an Amoeba Sisters video that you're going to watch called Prokaryotes and Eukaryotes, or COTS. Then right underneath that Amoeba Sisters video is a document, and it's like video recap it's called, but it's an actual document. You're going to upload that into Notability and complete it, and then submit it to this assignment that's in Schoology. You're going to do the same thing for the homeostasis video, download the video recap in Notability, and submit it to the Amoeba Sisters homeostasis assignment, okay? So if you have any questions about what you're supposed to be doing, go back and watch this video. But if you follow each one of these things step by step, all right, you two, hey, I'm trying to make a video for school. Nobody's listening to me. That's okay. They're having cookies and I am working. Anyway, so watch the video, follow the directions carefully, and you should have no problem getting all of this done. Okay, very last thing. If you are in GT, which is 136, what you don't finish in class on Thursday is homework, people. Because remember, because we are in the labs working on science fair, you need to be doing these assignments at home. And there's no reason why it should take, even though this looks like a lot right here, that's about 7 minutes worth of video. It really is not a lot of work. You should have no problem finishing this for homework. If you are in periods 5 and 7, you have Thursday and Friday to work on this. What you don't finish is also homework. You have to finish this for homework. Everything is due when you come back to school on Monday. Okay, very last thing. I know I keep saying that, but I want to show you one more thing. This is fun. So I'm just going to choose first period. So go to Living System Structure and Function Unit. Then go to Fun Cell Pictures and GIFs. All right, and what I want you to do, if you take a look on here, you can see that there's all these GIFs that are on here. So let's take a look at the Golgi bodies. So it actually moves and it shows you, see, post office of the cell. And this shows you little packages on the belt, okay? So that's Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus, and it's supposed to help you understand that it's the packager of the cell. Let's look at the next one. Lysosome. Enzyme packed wrecking balls of the cell. So he's like, I'm not doing anything, and then they eat the trash. So go through each one of these and look at them. They're great, and they're going to help you with remembering what each organelle is. And then I will leave you with this, which is awesome. Again, another way to remember things. I always enjoy a little comedy. But I promise you, if you find a fun way to remember what these organelles do, then you'll never forget it, even if you want to someday when you're grown up. So please listen to the sub, behave yourselves, and do me a favor. And at the end of every class, please clean up after yourselves, because I really don't want to come back to my room being completely trashed on Monday, or actually I'll be there this weekend. But so at the end of every class, just please make sure that you put the colored pencils away if you're using them, the scissors, push the stools in, clean up your area, so that I don't come back and I'm completely overwhelmed when I get back. So I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a great couple of days. I promise to come back with some good stuff to dissect for you next week.